Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrutyam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devi Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet Nashtaprayeshu Avadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Muttama Shloke Bhaktira Bhavati Naishtaki. Vendraj Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai. Reading Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, 3rd canto, 24th chapter, titled as Renunciation of Kardama Muni. Kardama Muni has got a son who is Bhagavan Kapila, incarnation of Lord Krishna. And Brahmaji has informed to Kardama Muni that his son is none other than Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. His appearance is as good as Bhagavan Krishna. And at that time, Kardama Muni approaches to Bhagavan Kapila and he starts praying to him. He says that all the sages, they go to jungle and worship for hundreds and thousands of years, and still they may not be able to see you. But you have appeared as a son in a family of Gruhastha, in my family. Sai Bhagavan Helanam Ganyam Sai Bhagavan Adyam Helanamna Ganyam Gruheshu Jato Gramyam Yahasvana Pakshapokshana. So here Kardama Muni says that, hey Krishna, you are so merciful, that you are Bhakta Vatsala, that you can do anything for your devotees. And by doing so, Lord Krishna increases the honor of the devotee. Bhakta Nam Manavardhana. When Lord associates with his devotees, actually it increases the honor of the devotee. So that is the mercy of Lord. Further, Kardama Muni is praying to Bhagavan Kapila. Tani evate abhirupani rupani bhagavam stava yani yani charochanti swajanam arupina. So here, now Kardama Muni is praying to the form of Bhagavan Kapila. Tani eva abhirupani Rupani Bhagavan Stava Yani Yani Charochanti Swajananam Arupina. So Kardama Muni is saying to Lord Kapila, my dear Lord, although you have no material form, you have your own innumerable forms. They truly are your transcendental forms, which are pleasing to your devotees. So here, Kardama Muni is praising the form of Lord. And Lord has innumerable forms. In purport, Srila Prabhupada is explaining about different forms of Lord. Lord can appear as Kurma Avatar, Vara Avatar, Matsya Avatar, Narsimha Avatar, Bhagavan Ramchandra, Parshuram, Balram, Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam, Buddha, Kalki, Anekesha Vadhrita, Aneka Rupa, Jaya Jagadisha. Lord has innumerable forms. And all these forms are there for particular time, place, and circumstances. So Srila Prabhupada is explaining, in the Brahma Samhita, it is stated that Lord is one absolute, but he has ananta, innumerable forms. Advaita, Achyuta, Anadi, Ananta Rupam. So that is the verse. Brahmaji is praying to Krishna. Advaita Achyuta Anadi Ananta Rupam. So Lord has Ananta Rupam, innumerable forms. You cannot even count. Lord is in his original form, which is Govindam Adi Purusham Tamam Bhajami, which is the original form is Adi Purusha, Govinda. But still he has multiple forms. And those multiple forms are manifested by Lord, transcendentally according to the desire and the taste of his devotees. So whatever is the desire of the devotee, Lord can take the form. If Lord has a desire, devotee has a desire to see the Lord in the form of a son, then he comes as a son. Here there is an example which is given by Srila Prabhupada, that once Hanuman, who is a great devotee of the Lord Ramchandra, he said that he knew that Narayan, the husband of Lakshmi, and Bhagavan Sri Ramachandra, who is the husband of Sita, they are non-different. They are one and the same. There is no difference between Bhagavan Narayan and Lord Ramachandra. And there is no difference between Lakshmi and Mata Sita. But for Hanumanji, he liked the form of Bhagavan Ramachandra. So Bhagavan Lord Krishna appeared in front of Hanuman in the form of Ramachandra. Whatever is your desire, the Lord will appear there. He will reciprocate. Ye yatha mam prapadyante tamsa tatheva bhajamyaham. In a similar way, some devotees worship the original form of Krishna. When we say Krishna, we refer to all the forms of Lord, because Krishna is the Adi Purusha, is the fountainhead of all the incarnations. So when we say Krishna, it includes all the innumerable forms of Lord, everything included. It also includes not only Krishna, but Lord Ramachandra, Narasimha, Varaha, Narayana, etc. So Keshava Dhrita Aneka Sharira Jaya Jagadisha. So Keshava, Krishna can take any form of Lord. That is also stated in Brahma Samhita. Ramadi Murtishu Nanavantaram. You already exist in multiple forms, but none of the forms are material. So that is the difference between our form and Lord's form. We also change our bodies, and Lord also changes his body, incarnation, avatar. We are called as reincarnation. We take one body in this life, and then in next life we take another body, and in the next life we take another body. So we also change the forms, but our forms are material, which means that you take the birth according to your karmas, and you change the bodies as per your karmas. But Lord has no such karmic reaction. They cannot bind karmas. Activities of Lord cannot bind him, because Lord is above the karma. So he takes the form, he takes the appearance according to his own desire, to fulfill the desire of a devotee. Sridhar Swami has commented that Arupinaha, without form, means that without material form. When you say Lord has no form, it does not mean that Lord has no form as such. It is that Lord has no material form. He has a spiritual form. The Lord has form, otherwise how can we state it that Tani eva virupani rupani bhagavamstava. So impersonalists, the Mayavadis, they think that God has no form. But God has the form. Otherwise, how come Brahmaji is glorifying Govindavadi Purusham Tamam Bhajami? How come All the scriptures are glorifying the different forms of Lord. And here also it is mentioned that you have your forms, but they are not material. Materially you have no forms, but spiritually, transcendentally you have innumerable forms. Mayavadi philosophers cannot understand these transcendental forms of Lord. There are people who say that God has no form, so they are called as Mayavadis. And being disappointed, they say that Supreme Lord is impersonal. So they say that God has no form. He is just a light. He is just energy. Because they have no idea what they are talking about. But that is not the fact. Whenever there is a form, there is a person. Many times, many Vedic literatures, in many Vedic literatures, the Lord is described as Purusha, which means the original form, the original enjoyer. God is described as Adi Purusha because he is the one who is the original. Adi means original form. The conclusion is that the Lord has no material form, yet according to the likings of different grades of devotee, he simultaneously exists in multiple forms. So, somebody likes Rama, then Lord will appear as Lord Rama. Somebody likes Narsimha, Lord will appear as Narsimha. Or Vara, or Narayan, or Mukunda, or Govinda, or Krishna, whatever the form you are desiring, the Lord will appear. There are many thousands and thousands of forms, but they are all Vishnu Tattvas, which means that all are spiritual forms. They are not material forms. They are called Vishnu Tattva. They are eternal. Vishnu Tattva is eternal. Shiva Tattva is eternal. But the Jiva Tattva, it has to change the form. There is an expiry date for the Jiva Tattva. So in this way, Kardama Muni is praising to Bhagavan Kapila and he's saying that Dhani evate abhirupani rupani bhagavan stava yani charuchante swajanam arupi. So he is saying that you have no material forms, but you have spiritual forms and you take the forms according to the desire of your devotees. We'll pause here. We'll continue study of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam tomorrow. Brother Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaura Premanand.